So I've been debating if I should even press play for this. But I just thought, like on my channel, I do talk a lot. I talk about real things. I talk about dumb things sometimes. And I just thought that if I'm going to make this very, very sincere, just say what I have been thinking about and feeling about like for the past few months. And I know I haven't uploaded in quite a while. I've wanted to, I've tried to. It's just like either like something happens during the day and then I can't continue the vlogs or something like that. It's no excuse or anything like that, but it like a lot of complications have appeared. And plus, if I was going to make this raw, I'm like might as well do it like first thing in the morning. So no makeup, no, I haven't brushed my hair. I don't even comb it when like it's dry. Curly hair problem. So yeah. And if there's anyone that really needs help to listen or to talk to, I know everyone goes through their own problems, their own issues. Almost everyone has gone through economic crisis, that some personal situations, things like that. And from my life, I have a father who has a certain type of disease. So I'm not gonna get into it. I don't know. I might edit this. I don't know if it's okay to even say that. But yeah, so I've like since I was 7 years old. I'm sorry, like yesterday all night I've been like crying and everything, and like you can see like my eyes are like so swollen up. So yeah. And so yeah, since I was 7 years old, and I've seen my father go through like this disease and everything, and like I've still seen him, I keep on saying, I've still seen him work and get up and in the morning and do what he needs to do to provide for his family. So, and one of the reasons why we did move to Peru was because of his disease, because he was stressing out way too much in the States. So he had a lot of responsibilities where he worked, but even though like it was a well-paid job, he still like had too many responsibilities and didn't, I don't know, he never really liked having a boss. Like he was a boss, but then like you have your supervisors and everything like that. So that was an issue for him. And then yeah, we didn't. My dad decided to move us, and I was only 12. And regardless of that, he has made a lot of bad choices. And again, I don't know if it's even right to just like speak on that, but I just feel like it's my channel, and like if I can even help anyone, like sometimes I talk from like to my students, and then I say sometimes like it was hard for me because like my dad didn't even want me to study. It was like it's that mentality. It was his mom really raised him to be that much of sexist, and like the woman should not provide, the woman should just like stay home and like just cook for the man and everything. But even though she had that type of mentality, she was her own, not her own boss, but like she sacrificed so much. Like my grandmas have sacrificed so much. My grandpas have not done as much as my grandmas have done. So like in my family, I've always seen the woman as the provider, the one that has like pushed the whole family to have a great future. So I've always seen that, and I've always had that in my mind, in my mind. So even though something was said, I saw something different. So like for me, I thank God that I could receive that, that the woman has been the one who has been the provider, and like the one who has held the family together and everything. I do not know of anyone who has a stable relationship, though in my family, like everyone has gone through a divorce or hasn't even gotten married. I have aunts who have gone through domestic abuse. Some still do. I'm not going to name any names, of course, but that's like what's happening around my life. With this sugar baby thing or whatever, it's just that like domestic abuse. It's domestic abuse, and as well as physical of course, yes, but psychological abuse is also something that has happened in my family. Still goes on. Like I'm very my grandma, for example, from my dad's side of the family, she used to work with black magic. A very nice person, not a person that I completely admired. I admired the fact that she, worked her butt off and did what she did to provide for her kids. My grandma from my mom's side of the family as well, she was the one who had to provide, and like she just did what she could, She did good, like she did well. She worked, both of them worked. So it's, for me, it's very, very disappointing when like you see like your grandparents or for me in my case, like my grandma's worked so hard, and then like it would be a disappointment if I didn't. Okay, so my iPhone just ran out of storage, and now I'm gonna use this one. So hopefully like it won't freeze, it won't be as, I don't know, it's, yeah, bad quality. I hope not, but anyways. So yeah, so it would be a disappointment for my family, I think, or like my grandparents, or for me really, if I didn't work as hard or study as hard as I think I should, or as, yeah, as I think I should, because like my grandparents have sacrificed so much, and my parents have as well. And regardless of the fact that I have so many sexist machistas in my family, and some people like in my close family, like they didn't even want me to study. Like I went 4 or 5 years working, and like going, like working and like paying off like certain little types of studies. Like if I wanted to study French, I studied French for like 8 months, and then I studied Chinese for like 4 months, and then I studied Italian. So like I always loved different languages and to learn them, but it wasn't exactly like something I could really have a job as, or like have a career. So you needed something. You can have a job, yes, but a career, it'll be difficult. So then like fortunately, like I was blessed with the job, and even though it didn't pay as much, I started to look for like I started to look for scholarships and things like that. So when I started to look for scholarships, and like getting rejected, because like I did have the economic, like they saw your background, like you do have the economic possibility to study. Thing is, like my dad didn't want me to study, so then like I got mad and everything. Like there was a point where I hated my dad. I don't know, you grow up and then you start to see things how they really are, and how he treats, or how he treated my mom and things like that. And you know, um, not loyal at all. And then like whenever I had money, then he like, I don't want to say he took it from me, but when I was little, he kind of did take it from me. And then when I started to work, when I was like 16, 17 years old, then he said like, okay, I need money for this, I need money for that, I'll pay you back. And then he would, like starting off, he would pay me like maybe 30-40% of it. Now in this country, it is difficult to have like, minimum wage is $250. That's minimum wage. So like working as a, like studying as a full-time student and working at a part-time job, it's $250 a month. So that's nothing really. That's not even like, that's for groceries. And like if you can stretch your dollar, if you know how to stretch your dollar, then you can deal with it, but that's not for rent. Like here for rent, it's like 1,000. If you have a roommate, it could be what, $300, like minimum $300 if you have a roommate. But then like you have water, then you have electric bill, then you have the gas bill, then you have transportation. Like I don't have a car either. And it's not really like, some people, like in some cultures you can say, oh, like you stay with your parents or whatever, because I have to, not because I want to. When I did have a full-time job, I did groceries by myself, and I helped out around the house and things like, because I felt it was my obligation, and not just my obligation, but I wanted to help out, and when they needed money, I gave them money. So I'm not resentful. I don't like to be resentful. Like the money, okay, just whatever. Like if it paid for the bills, it paid for the bills. But if you use that money to go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then of course I'm gonna be mad. But it's still something that, I'm playing with the pen, I'm sorry. It's still something that lingers in my brain. And it's just really like so sad for me, because like you work so hard for everything really to have a future, and to like, I work because I want my brothers to have what I didn't have, really, to have an education. I don't know if it was like a sexist thing, really. That's why, like, I had to wait like 4 or 5 years to study, or because like now he has the money, but now he really doesn't. So like that's why I'm really like trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this work for like this is my last semester, so I have to. I'm going to find, if I have to, a second job. If I have to quit the first job, I'll quit the first job because the second job pays more. I'll do it if I have to. And like right now I have a schedule and like hours. Oh my gosh, I have 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. again, and then I have like from Monday to Thursday, um, from 7 p.m. to 9. I'm sorry, from 7 p.m. to 9, and then to 9, from 9 to 11 p.m. So it's again all day. And I thought being the last semester, like you don't have 7 a.m. classes again, but I still do. So like I have to wake up like at 4:30 a.m. and go. If there's a bus. The thing is, I live in such a dangerous neighborhood that if I leave this house at 5, like you leave this house at 5 a.m., you see people dealing with drugs or drug dealing. You see people out there that are like just still having a party. It could be a Tuesday or it could be a Wednesday, and they're still drinking till dawn. So it is very dangerous. Like you do hear gunshots. That's how I fall asleep. Like really, you hear gunshots. You hear women screaming, "Leave me alone! Stop touching me!" So the police doesn't do anything, and that is why I'm saying it is so sad to live in this type of community, this type of society. You try. The least I am doing is like I talk to the students, I talk to the girls. You know what? And I talk to. It's not just a girl problem because it is also, of course, it's every type of gender problem. What I will say and what I do acknowledge is that I am grateful and blessed to have an education. I say this all the time. Like I have the opportunity. I was blessed to be raised and be born on the west side of the planet, because you see what is happening in Asia, what is happening in the Middle East, which is Asia. Still, it's the continent of Asia. In Africa is a continent as well. Like I'm giving you information still, even though like this is kind of like a raw, maybe kind of saddish. It is sad video. I'm giving you knowledge. So, countries in Africa, and like child labor and like all of those things. Like there's so much to be grateful for, but at the same time, like I pray and I say, okay, I have this opportunity to study, and I'm studying international relations. So from that point, okay, then I finish my career. So how am I going to help my society, my community around me, my family, myself, and at the same time I want to and I feel the need to help other people who did not have that privilege, because nowadays education is a privilege. To have a job is a privilege. To have a well-paying job is a privilege. It's not something common all around the world. Like there are so many people that don't really know that. So even though like I'm here not blasting, but like I'm here like talking about my problems and some issues, not even all my problems, I'm just saying like certain issues. And we do have the opportunity, we do have so much to be blessed and be grateful for, because there are people who don't even have that opportunity. Like my father was kind of against maybe, or didn't want to pay for my studies, but there are other girls in like halfway around the world, or maybe like even in this country, who society says no, you can't study. It's not just one person. It's like no, you can't. Like they can't even go to school. Like even if you have money, even if it's free, like they are blocked from education. So it's a crazy world, really. I don't understand it, but there are like little things that you can help out with. I know there are organizations. I know Lily Singh has helped so much, and she's now an ambassador of UNICEF. Rihanna is another. She is a celebrity, but she's using that power, and that she uses it wisely to not just embrace education, but to actually help people and help people understand why they need to study. And like there are people who don't or can't, though they don't have the opportunity to study. Michelle Obama, of course, I love her so much. She has also embraced and empowered women, little girls to study. And it's not just like, oh, okay, go study. No, it's first recognizing that there is an issue in society and in the community, or like in a country, that they don't help or they don't even let girls study. So even though I have, like certain issues here, and like I might not be able, I will, power of manifestation. I don't have the money right now to keep on, paying certain things. I'm very limited in what I spend. I don't go out really. I don't, like once a month, maybe not even once a month, like maybe once every 2 or 3 months, I go out with a friend and like pay for lunch or something like that. But normally it's like you limit yourself. Like I take lunch from my house to school, and like I have like one of my best friends does the same thing. She has like different issues, but still it's like you talk about your problems, and then like you might cry a little bit, but you still like help each other out, morally support each other. So that's really what I want to do with this video. So I do it with my friends. My friends help me, I help them, we support each other. So hopefully we can do this throughout this channel too. And because like I'm not saying like, okay, there are a lot of people who just like, I'm all about positivity and everything, but my life is not perfect. So I'm not going to fake every single vlog or every single video that I put up saying, oh, this is my life and my life is so great. It's not that great right now. Like I'm a broke college student. I'm a broke teacher. For the moment, let's say broke, let's say pre-rich. So yeah, so hopefully, I can do what I do best, and really not just help myself or my family, but help other people around me. Because I know like when other people are in need, the other day, right, like I was so upset because like I went to the bank and like the bank couldn't help me out, and like loans and things like that, because I don't even earn minimum wage. So I don't even earn $200 a month. That's the real thing. And so yeah, I'm just estimating, do I earn 200? I think I earn $193 or something a month. But anyways, so I was walking back home. Oh my God, like but whatever, it's a raw video. I just woke up. I woke up like that. I woke up like this. So, I was walking from the bus stop to my house, and like it's like an 8-minute walk, and there were like little boys, maybe like a 8-year-old, a 7-year-old, like almost from every age, like 5 or 6 boys, and then one boy was like maybe 12, 14 years old. So they were walking this way, and I was walking this way. So then I wasn't scared or anything like that because they were kids. And then the oldest one, or maybe the tallest one, I don't know, he looked at me and he pointed at my hand. And I looked down at my hand because I didn't understand what he wanted or what he was saying. I thought he was saying something, something fell, or you dropped something. Or sometimes they do that as a joke too, which is really stupid. You dropped something, like you really did. Oh, it made you look. I'm like, really? Like, that's really stupid. Anyways, so I looked down and I realized I had a Powerade. So my Powerade, it was a green one because I don't know, I like green flavor. I don't know. Apple. Why do I always get distracted? So anyways, this isn't gold, by the way, of course. I would sell it. I would sell this if it was gold, like to survive. So the Powerade, okay, let's pretend like this is like the full bottle, right? And I had a little bit left. I drank all the way down to this. So I had this much left in the bottle, and still the little boy wanted it. And I gave it to him, like, and the look on his face, like after I gave it to him and I saw the look on his face, like, of like when a little kid, opens presents during Christmas Eve, if you're a Latino, or Christmas Day, if you're maybe American, I don't know, depending on your culture. The look on his face, and then I just like, I kept on walking. He didn't say thank you or anything like that, but he was like, so like, wow, she gave it to me, she actually gave me her little bit of juice left, her Powerade left. So for me, that was really, I wanted to cry. I was like holding it in like I always do, but I just couldn't. And because I don't know, like you see so many people go through worse things, worse situations. Like I have so much to be blessed for. I do have a home. which we might get mortgaged or something. But still, we have a home, we have food, we do have a lot. I don't like to compare it, but like there are people that go through worse situations, like they don't even have where to stay. You walk out here, I'm saying it's a bad neighborhood, yes. I'm saying it's a bad neighborhood, yes. But you see people that live on the street, like it's such a normal thing. Of course, normal, I'm saying it as like it's something common. It's not something that it's, oh yeah, they live on the street. No. But in this country, it's like you have so much extreme poverty blend in with, people who live in like the medium class. How do you say it? Like, right? Medium class? High class? Clase media, clase alta. There are some words I don't know in English, some words I do know in in English, whatever. But yeah, so like middle class. Yeah, middle class. I could be like struggling and frustrated because I don't have money for like a semester or something like that. Or like all my income went to bills, but there are people that don't even have an income. There are people that don't even have a place to live. They don't even have family. They don't even have family members that can help them. So I guess it is a little bit positive because like you have so much to look forward to and so much to be grateful for, but at the same time, like there are people that suffer and struggle so much every single day, and it just has to be something like to awaken you and awaken myself too, to help those people that don't really have enough to even live. So even though I might be struggling right now and like don't have enough, like I don't know, I just have to wait for my next paycheck, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep on working because my hours are different now, my schedule is different, so I don't know how that's going to work. I'm going to make it work. Again, if they can help me out during like rescheduling everything, that would be so amazing. If they can't, if I have to resign and then I have to look for another job, I'll do it. Okay, the thing is that you have to keep on going, and so yeah, I'm just gonna end this video. I think it's a little bit long, maybe like 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, maybe like 30 minutes. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a gorgeous day. Remember, you are gorgeous souls. I do have to keep on uploading. I do have to keep on doing vlogs because I like this. I like talking to people or through a camera. I just like talking really about what's on my mind and how I can help people and how I can help people. So yeah, even through adversities, even through obstacles and things like that, you do have to find the silver lining. Maybe it's because I'm a Sagittarius. I love my sign. So you just have to look at the positive side, even though right now at the moment you can be mad. I feel when I have to be mad, I'm mad, I'm frustrated, I yell and everything, I fight sometimes, like not physically fight, but like scream or whatever. I think I say, okay, fine, do it. Sometimes I do have to control myself. There are times you have to control yourself. There are times that you just have to let everything out and scream and cry and everything. And there are other times, like after that, it's like, okay, now this is the solution. You can't just like keep on whining about the same things and blah 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 and look for pity. No, I don't like to do that. I've been working since I was 16, 17 years old and have helped my family through bills and things like they needed to buy and everything like that. And now that I'm studying, I don't have enough money, and just trying to see how it goes. Like I'm so blessed, I'm so glad that I have been able to study up until this point, and this is my last semester, and then like bills, like I can just help out with bills and everything. So yeah, see, I keep on going, I keep on talking, but even though like I cried so much last night, the day before that, did I cry? Oh no, like 3 nights ago I did cry. I cry myself to sleep sometimes, but sometimes it's healthy. Sometimes like I said, I used to cut myself, so like from cutting myself to now, because I didn't want to cry, to now like being safe and I'm not cutting myself. I love my life, even though like I'm struggling and everything like that, but there's so much to look forward, so much to look ahead, and to really have a bright future. So that's what I dream of, and that's what keeps me going. Well, there are like so many issues right now, really. But regardless of that, like, I'm glad that God gave me this ability to speak, ability to see, and to see different perspectives, not just like to physically see, but to see different perspectives. So like I can understand my dad. Okay, he has proceeded this way because of his, his childhood and everything like that. But that is still no excuse. And I tell him, I don't like to sugarcoat everything. Like I tell him up straight. You know what? You have to do this. So yeah. So right now, like he's in another country, like trying to figure out if he's going to stay there and work or like to have enough money. I don't know, because right now we're in a really difficult situation. But again, regardless of the fact, I just want to stay positive, and I'm glad that God made me this way, and my mom has raised me this way to be positive. And sometimes she gets down too, and like she gets depressed. But like I'm so happy that my little brother and I just like we love to make people laugh. We love to make people feel better. So like we can make ourselves look like clowns, not like physically like clowns, but well, my dad did give me this nose, so it's kind of like, well, anyways, that's another story. Oh my god. Anyways, um, we can make her laugh, and she's not depressed, but she does get sad because of different things like, oh, I should have worked and things like that. But still, like if my mom had worked, my mom did work actually, and my dad didn't want her to work, so I don't want to paint him as the bad guy. I love my brother so much, and I admire them because they're going up to be so incredibly strong and gentlemen like gentlemen. If you're going through any adversities, with your family or like just with you, it does get better. Again, I used to cut myself. I was so depressed. I took pills at one time, but things get better, really. You just have to see not who you will live for, because the only person you're going to live for is yourself. But you do have to think of the future. If you want kids, if you have a soulmate, if you want to have a soulmate. But of course, you have to live for yourself. You have to have your own goals, make your own opportunities, and find them. Like there are so many opportunities. Like look for scholarships and things like that if you want to study. Apply for everything. I've applied for everything, really. I've gotten rejected so many times, but I'm still applying. I'm applying for other scholarships. I'm applying for this. I'm applying for that. So there are so many things that really I am working forward and working through to actually obtain, to reach for my goal. So I don't give up. I keep on going, even though it could be so hard right now, but I just keep on going. So yeah, again, have a gorgeous day. You are gorgeous souls. And yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you for my 36 subscribers, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. So bye bye.